Hello and welcome everyone to a new YouTube video here on my channel. Today I want to go over a Selesnyas counter stack. There are a lot of Selesnyas counter stack around right now. This one focuses more on the strategy of a white Winnie version deck, where we try to go really white and strong on the board. And there are multiple cards that you will not see play in this deck, but you maybe see in other decks, like the Hydra, like the Achani. But I choose this deck for the most competitive reason. I think this is the best version, but I could be wrong, and there could be other cards that could be replaced, like Rogue Chamber Guardian or other cards. That's the way I run it, and I want to go shortly why I run those cards. So first we're going to run a lot of 1-drops here, because we play 4 Venerated Loxodon. It's a 5 mana for 4 creature, but when it has Convoke. And Convoke is your creature can help you cast a spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana for that creature's color. So we can actually tap 4 creatures and pay only 1 white. We can also tap 5 creatures and pay 0 as long as we tap 1 white creature. When Venerated Loxodon enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that convoked it. So we can give our creatures tokens counters with Loxodon. This is really strong and can make the board in one turn really big. This is why we run a lot of 1-drops or potential 1-drops. So here we have the Selfless Savior as a 2-off. I just think this is a really nice card. You can sacrifice the Selfless Savior and give one of your creatures indestructible until the end of turn. 1 mana, 1/1, that's all it does. Then Pelt Collector, just such a strong card. Also in this deck, not just in mono green. It's a 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever not a creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, if the creature's power is greater than Pelt Collector's, put a +1/+1 counter on Pelt Collector. As long as Pelt Collector has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it has trample. So let's say we play a 1/1 and next turn we play a 2/2. Pelt Collector becomes a 2/2. But we also play other 2-drops in this deck that can even make Pelt Collector a 3/3. So we play 4 Huatli's Raptor. It has a Vigilance as 2/3, 2 mana creature. When Huatli's Raptor enters the battlefield, proliferate, which means all creatures and planeswalker that have a loyalty counter or +1/+1 counter on it get 1 more. So in this instance, we have a Pelt Collector, we play it. Next turn we play the Raptor. The Pelt Collector ability triggers, makes it a 2/2, and then our Huatli's Raptor ability triggers, gives an extra +1/+1 counter, so Pelt Collector is a 3/3 turn 2. Also, this works with Conclave Mentor, also a really strong card in this deck. It's a 2 mana 2/2. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. And when Conclave Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. So let's say we have a 1/1 here, we play this one. Pelt Collector triggers, but Mentor says you get an additional one. So Pelt Collector is a 3/3 again. So those two working really well, and I think this is stable in all the green-white proliferate counter decks. Also, this works for all the other ones, like Basri Ket, Loxodon counters as well, which would be 2 Loxodon +1/+1 counters. Really good. Works also with damage. So really great card in this deck. Also works great with the Ooze. Then we play Chamber Sentry, 4-off. It's just a really interesting card, and I underestimated this card a lot. This card we play to deal with mono red, to deal with, it's okay against mono green, it's also fine against the sacrifice deck. So it's X00. It gets a maximum when we play the 2/2, because you can pay X 1 color for each mana, so 2 in our case, and then it's a 2/2. But what's really nice is the ability where you can pay X, remove X, you remove X +1/+1 counter from the sentry and ping any target. So with our Proliferate, with our Mentor, with our Loxodon, with Basri Ket, with Formation, we have multiple ways to make the Chamber Sentry actually bigger and use the ability over and over again. So this is the main reason why we have 4 Chamber Sentries here, and we just want to have an additional 1/1 creature. Then we play 4 Stonecoil Serpents. Amazing card, especially the protection from multicolor, reach, trample, and it is as strong as much mana we spend on it. Then we go to the 2-drops, we just introduced those two. We have the Scavenging Ooze here, 2 mana 2/2, also a new M21 card. We can pay 1 green, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, we can put a +1/+1 counter on the Ooze, and we gain 1 life. So this works really well against Cat, Uros, and all those graveyard shenanigans. And with a Mentor, it actually is a 1 mana, and it becomes +2/+2. That seems good. Then we play the Grove Chamber Guardian. I was not sure if I should include this one, but it is actually really good for multiple reasons. One, control decks tend to have shadows, and this refills our hand with some creatures. Because it's a 2/2 for 2 mana, whenever it gets a +1/+1 counter on it, we can search our library for another card called Grove Chamber Guardian and put it on our hand. You can also pay 3 and adapt it for 2, so it's basically can use its own ability. But we can use this card obviously with Basri Ket to give it +1/+1. It also works with the Henge. It also works with Loxodon. So we have multiple ways to make the Grove Chamber Guardian bigger here. This is just the way we do it. Then we go to the 3 slot. I run Unbreakable Formation, so for the extra push here, gives all the creatures +1/+1, Vigilance, and Indestructible if you use the card in the main phase. You can also use it as instant, and creatures you control gain Indestructible. Versatile card, I use it as a one-off here because I don't see too much shadow running around, and Ujin exiles everything. So I think this is more like an aggressive card, but yeah, I want to have a one-off. Then we come to a planeswalker in this list. That's Basri Ket, 3 mana, 3 loyalty. We can +1 it, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 creature. It gains Indestructible until the end of turn. So as I said, we can use Basri Ket to put counters on the Grove Chamber Guardian, counters on the Sentry, just counters on everything, obviously. But that's, for some creatures, it's actually really beneficial. Then -2, whenever 1 or more non-token creature attack this turn, create that many -1 white soldier creature token that are tapped and attacking. Since we go white, this -2 ability is another joke. You can basically attack with 5 creature and get 5 more power on the field that is attacking. Really good, in my opinion. The -6 is really interesting, and it's actually something you get really often in this deck. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So it's really nice with this type of deck. I mean, especially if you have a Mentor out, each creature gets 2 +1/+1 token, which is really amazing. It's just everything what we want, right? And then we play the Great Henge as a 2-off. This is 9 mana artifact that costs X less to cast for the highest power of creature we have. You can tap it, you get 2 green, and you gain 2 life. But the good part about this, whenever non-token creatures enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. So we play a lot of creatures, and the moment we have Henge, we should refill our deck and hand really fast, our battlefield and deck and hand really fast. Really good card. I could see a 3-off here, maybe removing the formation just to have this going. In the land, nothing special. We do not want to have too many tap lands here, and we want 2 castles. Sideboard here, we have 3 Giant Killer. They are really good right now, especially against mono green. It's amazing strong there. Also really good against mono black. Devout Decree, mono black, and Raptors really strong. We play 3 Gideons for the control matchups, where it's harder usually for opponent to deal with like Planeswalker, and if it's bunt, they usually take out some ECDs. So we're gonna run 3 Gideon Blackblade, really nice in those matchups. Knight of Autumn we use in the Raptors matchup, because that's the hardest, I think. Usually to destroy target artifact or enchantment, but if we don't need that, we can also get life or give it counters. And for Shifting Ceratops, Reclamation, it's mostly where we're going to use it. But yeah, we can also use Knight against Reclamation, so as Gideon Blackblade. Yeah, so this is the deck. I only played 1 game because the game was like 40 minutes long against the mono green deck. It was a really good game. I hope you enjoyed that game. Okay,
let's go.
If you want to see me play this deck more,
this is the aggressive version of the Selesnyas deck here.
Upload more of it, or just join me on my
Not sure how strong it's gonna be.
We will make a run with this deck.
But
yeah,
we will figure
if
it
you
out.
like it, please subscribe, follow me, and yeah, enjoy the game. See you next time.
Okay, we play against Kunats, and they are on the play. In this type of deck, usually we want to be on the play. Yeah, this is definitely a better mulligan here. Okay, so we just dropped this turn 2. It's mono green. Against mono green we try to get bigger, but this game is mostly decided who starts first. They have the curve. That's what it is, huh? So we just have to take damage now. Not much we can do. We also most likely have to take 5 damage here. If they play another creature here on the play, they have the nuts. 1, 2, 3. If this was Yoro, they have the nuts here. That could be possible. Then we go next game. Okay, they decide to go for this one. Makes sense. I think I have to go for the block. I can trade now. I don't have the mana to do something good. It's a really good card for me, but I don't know if I draw any lands. So this is why I had to go for it. So I missed a land. I'm just gonna drop 2 creatures here. And that's about it. They obviously have a 5/5 creature here, which is not fun. If I miss another land, I maybe need to go for the Chamber Guardian. If they drop a Questing Beast on me here, it's looking bad. I would block the 1/1 here. This one I will not block. This one I will block. They kind of need to either have a Serpent here. I think they have a Serpent, right? That's the only reason. Serpent or another Luster Beast. But I have to go for the block here since I have no way to deal with the cards with my 2 mana. If they wait here, they either have a Serpent or a 1/1. They may want to surprise me. Okay. And again, we did not find what we were looking for, so let's just drop something. And we would go for the double block here. Maybe I should have went for the Serpent here. But now I would go for the double block on the Troll. And now it's a good game. Yeah, we cannot win against the mono green on the play with the nut. Against no land, with no lands, it's just not possible, right? We definitely go for those. We also like the Knight usually. The formation is pretty good. The oozes are okay-ish. I want to keep an ooze though. Now we're gonna take the ooze away. I mean, it's a creature battle though. I know they play the henches. I know they do. I go down a Sentry. The Selfless Savior is okay. Nah, I take out the oozes. Go down Sentries. We have a lot of 1-drops. We need a lot of 1-drops and then we need the Loxodon into Henge, and then we just should be out, widen the mono green list. Okay. Since we don't have a Loxodon, I will not play the Giant Kill. The Giant Kill is really good in this matchup in general. I mean, I will go for this one. And I will activate it, because this hand, it is okay, but it's kind of awkward. Okay, now we're gonna use the Basri Ket here. So this is a decent curve. Yeah, take action. So our Huatli Raptor actually is also really nice. We have many plays here. I need to figure out which is the best one. I'm probably gonna play Conclave Mentor and try to pump the Chamber again to go even higher here. 4/4 creature. It's pretty high. Yeah, I think we do this. This way we thin the deck. And yeah, we're looking for the lands here. We're gonna keep the Giant Killer on hand, sorry for removal. Missing the land here is a bit annoying. But yeah, best case scenario is finding a green land. Otherwise you just have to use a Giant Killer. Gem Razor, okay. That's a big one. It's an 8/8. I think we're gonna block it here. I want to keep Basri Ket if I can. Forced to use the Giant Killer here. And the Ooze goes on 3 if they use the ability here. Okay, so first we're gonna put this here. Destroy this, and I think we're gonna play the Pelt Collector first though. I think there's no way they can protect us. And then we say go. So, still the same goal. Sure, the Ooze can get big. But what we try to do is, we want to make sure that we somehow control the board. We want to dodge Vivians. And we want to keep the Basri Ket here. And we really want to find that second green. If we find that second green, the game changes immediately. Maybe we have to trade here, which is a bit awkward. Okay, so we're gonna lose the Mentor. And then we have to make a decision. Because we didn't find our second green, our entire turn here was kind of awkward. If they go for Basri Ket, I'm happy. They did not. If they attack here, we'll take the trade. Okay. It's not much I can do. It's sad, but it's what it is.
Anger only gets me so far.
I mean, it's really sad. Can play this, this, and this. I think we just go as wide as possible here. The main problem is we still miss the second forest here. And they have it because they only have forests, right? So now, if we miss the forest here again, it's gonna be really bad. That thing becomes a 6/6 now. Obviously we can tap it down, but I have to take the damage here. And from then on, I need to keep two open, and we need to dodge every creature. It's a really annoying matchup. Okay, it's not exactly what we wanted, but yeah, nope. So we go for this. And then we attack. Keep this one up for tapping the Ooze. And hopefully we find a way to play our Henge at one point in the game. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Sure. I mean, if they find creatures here, it's going to be really, really hard. And there we go. So now we need to hope that they dodge as much as they can dodge. But yeah, the person who drops the Henge first usually wins. They have the bigger creatures. We didn't have the green land, and that's what happened. It's still 1 damage more, so we tap that one. Finding another giant killer would be really nice. Okay, that's something. I mean, it's not perfect, but we can at least deal with the henge before it goes off too much. Okay, so we can block. We can tap 1 down again. Now we gotta tap down the beast here. Now we're gonna jump those, I guess. We have also a lot of damage, so it's maybe, yeah. It's not too easy to just go in. Yeah. Coming in with Basri Ket here. Yeah. So we get 1 more. And then we end here. I mean, I can play the Raptor, but we end here. And what we try to do is we definitely go for the henge here and keep this one on our hands. We tap down the beast again. That's okay. They have a lot of lands while we have none. Kinda interesting game. Gonna tap down the beast. We want to keep the sentry here. So now the question is, do we try to kill it? No, I think actually we have to jump this one. We want to keep the Chamber Sentry here to deal with the 1/1. It gets bigger though, which is a problem. That's a draw. So what we're gonna do is gonna plus this here. There's nothing left, so we decline this, but our henge is cheaper now, right? So now you need to think, how are we gonna play this? I think we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna play the Raptor here. We're gonna keep the Giant Kill up and use the Chamber Sentry to destroy this. So this way, we have a lot of push, decline, and now we can attack with a 5/5 here. That has indestructible. So if we attack here, they attack with a 6/6 for now, which is okay. We're definitely gonna kill the Ooze later on anyway. But yeah, we definitely want to ult the Basri Ket next turn. So main goal is to make sure Basri Ket survives now. So tapping Questing Beast and destroying the 1/1 token is priority here. With mono green, Giant Kill is a house. I honestly think you can play more Giant Killers in the sideboards if you face a lot of mono green. Okay. So the attack, so the first thing we do, pay 1, destroy this. That's the first thing. And then we tap the Questing Beast again. And then they have one attacker. And this one we're gonna jump again. With this one. Now we can ult Basri Ket next turn. We can ult Basri Ket next turn while also having a Giant Killer up. Or tap. It's really good. I think it's just too strong to ult this one. I mean, we lose Basri Ket, but having a planeswalker that ults is just really good. Okay, we lose the Giant Killer here, which is fine. Okay. This is 100% what we're gonna do. Do you want to have the Giant Killer up? So we could kill the Ooze here. Because the Ooze is a problem. I don't mind the other cards, but the Ooze... I mean, the Questing Beast is a legendary first. So they cannot play another one. But I think I'm going to do it like this. And then we go combat. Decline. And we're gonna attack with a 6/6 here. I don't mind taking 5 damage here by a Questing Beast. We definitely control the situation. Also, Chamber Sentry has 2 damage reach now. Yeah, I think we control the board really well. It's a hard game. Hard game. Yeah. Ooze was actually really good from opponent. But I think we keep it like this. Maybe we go down on the Savior here and add to Ooze. Because I just realized the person who has Ooze first and can activate it actually gets a big creature. Really, really good. Opponent's deck looks close to Rin's Mono Green's list. So I kind of know what's in there. But this Giant Killer is just amazing. Giant Killer carried this entire game. Keep this. It's just a nice curve, right? 1, 2, 3. They also have the Pelt Collector. We have drops that make the Pelt Collector actually a 3/3, but we don't have it on our hand. It's a bit annoying. So they have a 1/2. They also have a 1/2. Beautiful. Mulligans like this are good mulligans. And we had to shock here. Because we are a double color. That's a really good draw. Going with this one. We don't attack. Here, the Ooze is the main problem, right? So maybe we are forced to take damage. If they have another card on curve, which they have, we have to think how we're gonna do this. So we can take 3 damage here. So we can take 3 damage here. Or double block. Then we will lose the Chamber Guardian here. I think we take the damage. Risky, but I think it had to be done. Can get a 4/4 here. Oh, I think a 4/4 is correct. And now we're definitely gonna block with that card. Next turn we try to use the Giant Killer. Worst case situation is if they have a second Lovestruck Beast or a Serpent. I mean, Questing Beast, sure, no fun. They really had this one. That's the worst card. Probably have to take 5. If I double block, the Pelt Collector becomes a 4/4 and I get a 3/3 Pelt Collector, while the Ooze gets bigger. I can destroy this one next turn. That's also bad. I would have a 3-3 and a 1-2. Well, they have a 4-4 and no. Yeah, it's a hard situation here. If they have another creature here, it's gonna be hard. Another creature. Okay, so now we need to figure out how we develop this the best way. The 5-5 is a problem. I can play a 4-4. Not cool. The problem is they have Ooze. They have every creature they have is really problematic here. Have too many lands as well. Go for a 4-4 maybe. If they have a removal spell or a creature, I'm just dead. Wow, they have the Henge here. Okay. If they attack with the Lovestruck Beast, I double block. The Henge is pretty heavy. I mean, I'm forced to double block this. And their Ooze gets bigger now. So we have to use the Giant Killer for their Ooze, but they get another Lovestruck Beast, which is so stupid. So this Ooze becomes a 4-4. I'm just drawing lands, huh? Okay, I think I have to do it like this. Then try to play the removal spell, but flooding here is not helping. Yeah, so 2 life and remove 2 cards. The main problem is the Ooze and the Lovestruck Beast, right? So I can play the Giant Killer to deal with the Ooze, which I have to. But they can go off with the Henge here really bad. Like really, really bad. If I don't have a Knight of Autumn. Okay. I would also like a Henge and not 3 extra lands on my hand. Poor Pelt Collector just became a 5-5. That's huge. Okay. To do it like this. And then we're gonna see if they have a ramp through on hand, maybe. Ramp through would be really problematic because then they can use the Ooze to get a 5-5. So it's no matter how I do, it's shit. So right now I have to use the Chamber Guardian. That's the worst case situation. So I lose my Growth Chamber Guardian. But I do not want to lose the one with no counters on. Which is the problem. So this was the perfect card for them to have. Not much we can do. They also have a 6-6 there, but they have no cards. That's something. They have no cards. Okay, we drew another land. Not where we want to be. Now we need to hope that they also draw another land. Because this is just ridiculous. Can you please flood? We are flooding. Okay, that's not flooding. Can you please, opponent, please flood for me? Please. Okay. Well, it was a good game. We flooded hard. Game 2 was really good. Game 1 was interesting. But yeah, we could play with one of the better decks. So that seems really nice. And yeah, just play your stuff, please, and then we go to next one. I have only bad blocks here. Well, that's the best block. What is their hand if they attack like this? I mean, did they draw honestly another ramp through? Did they draw just another ramp through here? Okay. Still strange to me. But I have to go for it. I mean, they give me one more turn here. Sure, this gets bigger, but I can tap it. I can still draw good cards here. At least they let me. I mean, sure, that's an 8-8. Which is no fun. Okay, we drew another land. And I should not have played this here. Okay, Serpent is not bad. But if I use this... Okay. I mean, that was stupid since we shuffle. Should not have used this here. But yeah. We have to tap the Ooze here. To find a land that's helping us. Yeah, sadly I still have to do it though. I mean, getting a card here is just way better than nothing. Okay, so, but now we really do not want to land. Okay, it's not a land, which is nice. I mean, it has to be correct to play this here. We need some force here on the floor. On the floor. 2/5/5 creatures. We already used them. And yeah, still we need to hope that the opponent dodges creatures and just draws another land. I mean, how do I get out of this? Getting bigger. So well as a version. Getting another giant killer, getting maybe planeswalkers. But yeah, the situation right now is just tapping an Ooze. Maybe with the lands I can get something done, but they could also just draw a Vivian and finish the game out of the Vivian. I don't know what they draw. I really would like to know. It would interest me. We decline. I mean, a Raptor is not perfect, but it pumps our creatures again. And now I think we're gonna start attacking. We're gonna attack with 2/6/6 here. I mean, all Chamber Gardens are out still. Poof. We just keep tapping and tapping, and then next turn, if we just draw nothing, we're just gonna make tokens. Okay. Sure. If we had a henge, it looks different. Drawing a henge into a creature would be amazing. But yeah. It's still really hard because we need them. Oof, that's heavy. So that was timed, huh? Well played. So this becomes a 9/9. I have to block the Ooze with everything I have here. Or just throw something in and get a bad trade. So 9/9, I will block this 100%. I don't think they have another ramp through. I will lose 2 creatures, but I think that's fair. Okay, opponent knows that. I would 100% block that Ooze there. One, two, three. I mean, it's better than nothing. I think gonna go like this. Getting some more creatures out here is good. Opponent is at 32 lives. This game goes forever. What the hell? This is a creature-based deck and opponent has 12 life left. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Giant Killer. We play against a Henge and we're still in the game. I have no idea how this is possible. Like, really no idea. They drawing lands now, like we did before. That's so ridiculous. Wow. Now we found a Henge. So if they cannot activate their Henge, we're actually gonna get this. Okay, we can make tokens now as well. So if we top deck a creature, we have a chance. This is a really ridiculous game. We cannot use the Growth Chamber sadly again, because we already used all of them. They could have Gem Races though. What is their thinking here? Wilt? We do not attack. I mean, it's a scary Ooze, not gonna lie. It's a damn scary Ooze. Okay. They found the Love Struck Beast, but our creatures are bigger, so that's okay. But they draw cards out of this, which is the main problem. We fin the deck though, and we already have a lot of lands out. Okay, so this is gonna be really interesting. Okay, so they're going off here. They are going off. I have to throw in a card into the Questing Beast. I hope we can go off as well. Main problem here is they have 2 Pelt Collectors. And that guy gets just... Oh yeah. Yeah, I hope we find something now. Please don't draw land. This is a ridiculous game. Please don't draw land. Okay. It's not perfect. If I had a land, it would be better. We need opponent to dodge a creature now. This is ridiculous. Okay, please draw creatures. Because the person who draws the creature and activates the Henge wins. Best case scenario, drawing a Knight of the Autumn. I mean, I have to stop block. This I'm just gonna block with a token as well. I mean, I make tokens. There's no card in the graveyard actually. This one I will block with creatures. Okay, so okay, it gets interesting. It gets interesting. Interesting blocks. Interesting attack as well. I mean, I will make good blocks here. What is their card? What is their card? Ramp through? This looks like a ramp through to me. But I will try to make positive blocks. This is really strange. What the hell is going on? Okay. Really strange. There has to be an instant spell, right? Somewhere. This is ridiculous. This game is ridiculous. I block a Pelt Collector with my Chamber Guardian here. Okay, first. Token. This has trample, so I'm gonna do it like this to make sure this doesn't die. And they don't have trample, right? I think this is the best block. I don't want to lose my Raptors yet. I think if they have a ramp through, this is the best block. Land. Okay. Please no creature. It's a creature. Please find a creature on top here. We can make 2 tokens at least, but this game is so stupid. If we can get Basri Ket to ultimate, what the f... Interesting. 12-12 trample is definitely different. We found a land. Opponent must be really happy to see this. Now it gets difficult. Now it gets really difficult. Now we need to hope our opponent dodges the creature here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have even more. We have still more lands than opponent. And we drew another land. So we have half our lands here already. Okay, let's see how this goes. I mean, this Stonecoil Serpent is a huge problem. Okay, so we can trade the beast there, which is nice. I don't think we managed to save Basri Ket here. Okay, if we cannot save Basri Ket, we need to go for the good trades, right? If it's only Stonecoil Serpent, we're gonna block it as well. Okay, so... this is a good trade. I can use 2 Growth Chamber to block this as well. Let's say I would do it like this. I will lose 1 Chamber and 1 Huatli, which I still think is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I hope they don't have a ramp through, but that seems like the best block I can do. I keep Basri Ket here. I mean, sure, the Ooze gets bigger. They have a land as well. It's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous game. If I win this, this is gonna be epic. This is a 40-minute game here. My god, between mono green and Selesnyas counters. Top Mythic game, classic. Okay, the 2 counters we can create here is really good. This is a never give up game. If we top deck that giant killer here, this has no trample. The moment they have Vivian, it's gonna be hard. But we're working on our Basri Ket here. Also, Ram Through at one point just gonna kill us with this if the Ooze gets trampled. Okay, at least it's a creature. I mean, now we can fight over the graveyard, but it's a creature. We're gonna draw an extra card. Which is not what we want. It's a land. Okay, we can bottom a land here. And we're gonna plus this one to have a good block on the beast there. And now we really hope to find more creatures. But Basri Ket can ult next turn, so we get an extra token and our creature get bigger. Okay. Opponent has 6 minutes left. If I win this with time against mono green, I think it will be the first person. Okay. Well, that's not cool. They get a draw here. And yeah, we just need to hope they whiff. Like, we whiffed a lot here as well. We still have more than half of our lands and are not even in half of our deck. But Basri Ket, we need to get Basri Ket ulting here. Keep blocking as good as we can. Dodging the Vivian is really important. Because if there's a Vivian, we have to make really stupid blocks. Let's hope they don't have a way to kill Basri Ket. Because it was just this one turn Basri Ket has to stay. A Mentor would be nice. Mentor with Basri Ket ult and we have big creatures. Then we just go over time. This is a classic never give up one here. We're gonna ult here. You will know. Opponent has 50 life. Just mentioning casually here. What a game. We did it. Opponent had no chance against Basri Ket. Yeah, I wanna actually do more games with this deck, but to push this in one video, this is the game I will put in the video. It's an endless game. Yeah, so this is a deck that can go really wide, and in those type of stall games, since we have nice planeswalker as well, we can do it. Opponent whiffed on the henge there, we whiffed on the henge there. But yeah, if you like this type of decks, please give me a subscribe, check out my other videos, check out my Twitch, where I'm usually at. This is all new to me here, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye.